Hello, my friend. This is Clyde. Boy, do I have something to share with you today. I want to call it Reach Out and Touch. In Mark 5:27 to 29, when she heard about Jesus, she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak because she thought, if I just touch his clothes, I will be healed. Immediately, her bleeding stopped, and she felt in her body that she was freed from her suffering. There is touch, and there is touch. Some people have touched some people intentionally, and some people touch others accidentally. Let's talk about the intentional touch. An intentional touch involves two persons. The person who wants to touch and the person who is going to be touched. Person A, the person who wants to touch, they have a reason. Their reason may be that they have a need. That person B has what they need at that moment. Maybe it's attention. Maybe it's something that that person has in their possession. Maybe it is something that person can do for them, but they have a need and so they desire to touch that person. For some people, they might touch you because they want to communicate a certain kind of emotion. They want to communicate love. They want to communicate that they care for you. They want to communicate hate. But whatever it is, there is this need for person A to touch. Person B, on the other hand, the one who is to be touched, has something that person A needs. Maybe it is something like attention, something tangible. Maybe it is that they have the ability to help person A. But in that moment, person A intends to touch and person B is present on spot. The woman we read about in Mark 5:27 to 29, she had a problem. And she heard about Jesus. She heard that Jesus could solve her problem. She heard that Jesus had power inside of him that could solve her problem. Well, how was she going to get the help from Jesus? Given her circumstances, she couldn't go to him and ask him to touch her because that was not allowed given the problem that she had. Besides, Jesus was always surrounded by his friends, his bodyguards. They wouldn't allow her to just come up to him and touch him like that. No. And so she said, if I could just touch him, without anyone seeing, without asking him to touch me, if I could just touch his garment, touch his clothes, touch the edge of his clothes. Can you imagine what is going on in this woman's mind? The desperation, but the intention was so strong. You call it faith. This woman believed with every fiber in her being that if she just touched his clothes, then her problem would be solved. Well, my friend, she did. And immediately, she was freed from her suffering. Can you imagine? This woman came up in this crowd and she intentionally touched Jesus without his permission. She intentionally touched Jesus hoping that nobody would see. She intentionally touched his clothes. And immediately, her problem had gone away. Immediately, she was freed from her suffering. You know where I'm going with this. Yes, you do. And I am talking to you because I am here to say to you, you are like that woman. You have a need. Let's be honest. You have a need, and you have tried several ways and several things, and your need has not gone. In fact, it is getting worse. And you have reached the end of the road with that need. You don't know where to turn. Well, I've got good news for you. Your last option is going to be your best option. Jesus is right here with you, but he wants you to reach out and touch him. He wants you to be intentional about touching. He wants you to do like the title says, reach out and touch. When you do that, you are communicating to him your need and your desire to get from him what he has. And so, stop pretending, stop being nice, stop beating around the bush. I am here to say to you this morning, in plain and simple language, reach out and touch him. You try it today and you will not regret it.